Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. Unfortunately, our stop loss hunting alert is literally back at it again. After having a hiatus of just a couple of days, if not just one day. No, sorry. Let me say it correctly. 2 days. It's firing again, multiple times a day. Just so you know, what this alert means is it's letting us know that we should be expecting extreme volatility to both sides. It could be bullish or it could be bearish. Looking at the price here, let me go ahead and turn this group off first so we can see. This thing first started going absolutely crazy back over here when BTC was at $109,000. We saw it lose 8%, get it all back, lose more, get it all back. It just kept whipping all the way back. It's not a good sign. Looking at the daily time frame, the main concern I have here is this bull flag is still in effect. We didn't see a push up yesterday to resistance, which would be here at about $109,000, like I was hoping to catch a little bit of a short on that. The price is still strong bullish, but obviously volume is really lame. There's not a lot of interest right now. We're heading into summer. This is kind of what I'm expecting, is a lot of chop city. I know some people out there are really hoping and wishing for the price of BTC just to go up and to the right forever. It's not really practical. We should be expected for, or we should at least be prepared for a pullback. Now, if Bitcoin has a pullback from here and a pullback down of 8%, according to the multiple factor effect, we know that alts will suffer anywhere between 1.2 times all the way to, no, not that simple, this one, to really, it should be like 2.5 times, but really I want to say 3 times. And what that means is that if we get a pullback on BTC of 8%, then we can expect some alts to fall down 24%, even more. So right now I'm taking a very defensive stance, especially because we have the stop loss hunting alert firing anew. I really don't want it to, but this does line up with my suspicion that we're going to have a pullback down here. Now, usually these pullbacks don't happen right away. They're not immediate. If we take some time to measure out, let me get rid of some of this stuff just because it's so hideous. There we go. If we measure how long it takes from the top to the drop, took about 2 weeks. So doing the same thing, our top to the drop took about 12 days, 13 days. So if this is the top here, then we're looking at anywhere between 13 to 14 days. So possibly we'll see that bottom here at 97K. It doesn't have to be the very bottom of the range. If it makes a lower low, it's kind of how these things work. But we're looking at July 9th as a possible bottom. Maybe. I'm going to add these to the group just to keep an eye on this. It's not great. Now, I know that a lot of us are still feeling bullish. And yes, I think Bitcoin could go to the top of resistance. And I really expect it to. I'm actually hoping it will, because that's where I want to catch my short. And if I get stopped down and it goes up higher, so be it. It's fine. But right now, I'm looking at this stop loss hunting alert firing. I'm looking at really weak volume. I'm also looking at a lot of other metrics. Ethereum is not looking great. It's really suffering inside of the daily TBO cloud. The slow line continues to point down. On the 4-hour time frame, yes, we have an open long, but as it's struggling to even stay in the cloud, we might see a short-term push up. We've seen this happen before of like 3%, something like that. But like a wild move up, 18%, I don't really see any reason why. There are no catalysts right now. Bitcoin dominance continues to push higher and higher. We actually saw a new high today at 66%. Bingo. Now, what's interesting about this is if we look at Bitcoin dominance's RSI, yes, we're overbought again. And even though we were making a clearly a higher high here at 66% compared to the high we had over here, which is like 5.95%. So RSI is not as overheated. It's actually respecting resistance for now. That's yesterday's candle, where it closed at 65.97 with a high. So yeah, I know some of us out here are really wishing and hoping that this will fall down, but the reality, I keep saying, guys, is Bitcoin dominance isn't stopping. It's really pumping higher. And the more that Bitcoin is volatile, If it has a pullback of any sort, oh yeah, you better believe Bitcoin dominance will continue to go up higher. We still have long-term historical resistance here at 70%, all the way up here to 71%. I think that's a logical top. That's the best thing we can do right now. Stablecoin dominance, it closed up just a little bit yesterday. It's still in bearish consolidation mode because it was bullish, falling into the cloud is bearish. But again, the slow line continues to rage up higher, meaning that the macro trend for this chart is up, which means that we should be expecting more volatility. Okay. I also want to remind you that when there's volatility, it doesn't always mean that it's bad. Again, Sui actually opened up another position 15 hours ago, thanks to I don't know what this one's from. Maybe it's from the one that closed yesterday. But it closed oh no, sorry. It's now on 16 hours. So I'm guessing I can actually measure it. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it started from here. Weird. So we got 1, 2, 3. It must be from a different position. But we're looking at a position that has used 2 DCA orders. So entering up here, but being able to close down 2% lower just for a quick little scalp is great. And this is the kind of stuff that I teach you guys how to do in our courses at thebettertraders.com. Now, I understand that for a lot of you, trading is not becoming the love of your life right now. It's been really frustrating, but the reality is that all this negative price action, every time the price goes against us, it's actually a gift in disguise. And the problem that a lot of you have with stuff like this is you don't trust the system. But I have 5 years of data on this. We're going to be, it'll be 5 complete years of data in November, which is massive. So I teach you how to handle volatility in the best possible way with this course, 15 minutes to financial freedom. This one right up here. It comes with one-on-one coaching. It comes with access to the TBO indicator. So the link for all this stuff is in the description below. It also comes with 1 month access to the Better Traders Club, in which you get access to the TBO indicator. The signals that you see here on AllTrader are free signals. You actually don't even have to sign up for the course to get access to them. But it really does pay to know how to use the signals well. And that's what the course teaches you. All right, let's keep going over here with TradingView with today's picks. Now, we're going to start with the bullish news first. Not bullish, but like at least not bearish. So Aptos had some really wild volume on Tuesday. Looking at the volume here, it was roughly 6 times the average. And then Wednesday was roughly 7 times the average. We'll say 6.5 times the average. And then yesterday just dropped. It still exceeded the moving average, but wow, that's an insane drop of interest in volume. But better yet, the price didn't dump, which is the wildest part. So we have a closed short, which tells us that the bearish trend from here should be reversing soon. Aptos has the potential to go up here to TBO resistance at 618. Now it's interesting because the market is starting to get weaker, but there is potential for that to happen. Onyx Coin, this one printed a TBO Close short on Wednesday, and we're about to tag the fast line, which is our entry for a long position. So this one was a little bit higher than I like, a little bit. 11% is really high, but it is a reversal signal. All right, now for the good news as far as bullish price action. Bitcoin Cash, this one had a really nice push up to TBO resistance. This is the TBO Springboard Bounce. I'm going to link this video to the end of this one. I want you to watch this because this is exactly what happens. We see the price pump up, it retraces back to the TBO Fast line, and it shoots up to resistance. Boom. We see the price pull back to the TBO Fast line, and then we trade up to resistance. This move right here, Bitcoin Cash was 11%. This move right here for Bitcoin Cash was 12%. Both of those great moves. So again, when we have a strong uptrend like this and the prices, I know it's not raging higher, but these little pullbacks are great because this means that this is a sustainable run, which is good. Now, say this one has dropped off considerably in terms of volume. Yesterday's volume only exceeded it a little by 2, like a little-ish. Didn't even know that was a phrase, a little-ish. It is still having some trouble, although I expect this one to reverse. mainly because on the 4-hour time frame, it did fall down to the fast line. It's fallen a little bit here. I think it's going to have a quick little pick me up to 29.80 or so, at least to the 382 fib level. Just call me crazy, but they call me Moon and Pop for a reason, right? It's because that's what I said I was, I guess, when I started the channel. KAIA is also setting up for its first TBO Springboard Bounce right here. So the price hasn't yet touched the TBO Fast line, which is at 17 cents, but this is a great re-entry target. And just so you know, a TBO Springboard Bounce does not mean I go all in right here to trade this move of 24%. No, I use DCA. In case the price goes against me, I want to be prepared to capitalize on that downside price action. But the one thing that I've told you guys over and over, pay attention to volume. Volume has been falling considerably, so now the price is having a little bit of a pullback. Both Wednesday and yesterday, volume was below average. So it is looking bearish, but this just means that it's going to do something like this for a while. It's just going to do nothing, and then all of a sudden, pop. That's at least what I expect. AERO, this one was really bullish. Again, really similar story. Look, TBO Springboard Bounce. It didn't reach resistance, but it did move up 25%. So we're looking at it falling down yet again. Going to look for an entry here at the fast line. Probably trade half of this candle right here. So looking at a move up to about 81 cents is a very easy conservative target to make, and that's 8%. Now for the not so good news. Maker printed a second TBO Close long. These are the inverse of the TBO Close short. And what they tell us is that the bullish uptrend could be coming to an end soon. Therefore, you might want to consider taking some profits if you haven't already over here at 28%. If you haven't already over here at 47%, you're going to get another chance here at 47% again. Now, notice I don't sell at the bottom of the move. I always wait for the price to return back up to the fast line, like right here on the 2nd of June, like right here on the 23rd of June, and again, probably today on the 27th. Now for some bearish news. FBTC has stayed below the daily TBO cloud ever since Friday the 20th for a week. Unfortunately, it's in process of printing a TBO open short, which confirms a bearish downtrend. Now, the chart is admittedly already bearish. We did have some early warning signs that things were looking bearish. We didn't get any closed longs, but still, this is not good. This will not be great if it confirms. Looking at daily volume, it's okay. It's not really consistent though. Looking at RSI, it did have a reset, which is kind of good, but there's just no real strong trend here. Curve, this one has actually put in a newer low here. Now, there's a good chance that a chart like Curve, since this actually oscillates quite a lot, if I go here to the 4-hour time frame, you'll see it a lot better. You want to find charts like this that just kind of keep whipping back and forth because they give you some exits. And once you realize it's starting the opposite move, we'll probably get a move up here to about 55 cents before it goes lower, unless it's going to break that streak. Helium, HNT, this one has printed a third TBO breakdown right here. Now, these are not all three in a row, which I really prefer, but note that the price did put in, let's see, our low here is 2.089. This one is 2.092. This one is slightly higher today, but we're just starting. But putting in a lower low is not good, especially below a very strong level of support. So I'm a little bit concerned for this chart. And yes, there is a lot more. It could fall down a lot more. So it's at a dangerous spot right now if it doesn't actually pick up from here. Now, two charts to keep an eye on. Grass, this one did reach support. It is slowly starting to show signs of life here. Grass did have an RSI reset. Volume is still really bearish, but I'm looking at price action and how it's oscillated so far. While this level right here is just based off of this pump back on the February the 8th, this could be a good bounce up, and I'm not looking for anything like this. I would even look for something like this. So we'll see what happens with Grass. AXL, this one is coming up on daily TBO support. So looking for a repeat bounce entry right here. Note that the last time it did this, it did not retrace back all the way to support, and then it pumped. I'm not saying that that exact thing is going to happen right now, but what we'll be paying attention to is if we see daily TBO support, the green dotted line, shoot up. Now that depends on today. If today we have good volume, which is partly what contributed to this move right here, then we'll see support move up, and that'll give us a good entry and possibly take another trade right there on AXL. So again, I still believe the market is pretty shaky right now, which is why using DCA really makes a I think this is a good market for using DCA strategy for multiple reasons, but one of the best ones is that you can take advantage of negative price action. You can actually have it benefit you as a trader. And again, we teach you how to do all this stuff at thebettertraders.com. So be on the lookout for my video that's coming out on Sunday. If you haven't already subscribed, do so now. And I want you to watch this video in which I talk about the TBO Springboard Bounce. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.